Ancient Egypt is one of my, if not my all-time favourite period of history. I think that so much about ancient Egypt is fascinating and really awesome. I'm yet to visit modern day Egypt, but I hope to visit there sometime in the future. I've always been a bit bummed out because throughout my time in education, I only studied ancient Egypt very early on for a very short amount of time. And so that's what I'm doing here today. I've researched online 10 facts about ancient Egypt. Fact number 1, a pharaoh would never let his hair be seen. He would always wear a crown or a headdress. Those headdresses made famous after being seen on Tutankhamun's mask. Fact number 2, in order to deter flies from landing on him, Pepe II of Egypt would always keep around several slaves who were naked and covered in honey. Yeah, that's a weird fact. Fact number 3, both Egyptian men and women wore makeup. I think it's incredible that they even had makeup 2,000 years ago. Their eye paint was usually green, made from copper, or black, made from lead. The Egyptians believed that the makeup had healing powers. And originally the makeup was used for protection against the sun rather than just for face decorating purposes. Obviously nowadays we don't think lead is so good at the healing part. Now, the use of antibiotics didn't start until the 20th century, yet early folk medicine included the use of mouldy food or soil to treat infection. In ancient Egypt, for example, infections were treated with mouldy bread. Not sure about that. Egyptian children wore no clothes until they were in their teens. The very high temperatures in Egypt meant it was unnecessary, and adult men wore skirts and adult women wore dresses. Fact number 6, rich high-class Egyptians would wear wigs, while all the other classes would either wear their hair long or in pigtails. And up until the age of 12, Egyptian boys would have their heads completely shaved, except for one lock of hair which would be plaited. Now you're probably wondering, and rightly so, why they do that, and it was because this was used as protection against lice and fleas. Fact number 7, it is not known who destroyed the nose of the Sphinx. It's a common misconception that it was the leader of the French army, Napoleon, when he came over to Egypt, and to show off at how accurate his cannons were, they fired the nose off the Sphinx. However, that is untrue. There are sketches of the Sphinx without its nose from 1737. That was over 60 years before Napoleon ever set foot in Egypt. Fact number 8, the first pyramid to be built was originally surrounded by a 34-foot wall that had 15 doors in it. However, only one of the doors actually opened. Fact number 9, the women of ancient Egypt enjoyed legal and economical equality to the men. How great is that? Nevertheless, they never enjoyed social equality to the men. And fact number 10, how could I get through a video about the ancient Egyptians without discussing mummification? When a body was mummified, its brain was removed through one of its nostrils. And the brain, along with many other internal organs, was stored in what was called canopic jars. Each organ was placed in its own jar, but one organ was left inside the body. And as you've probably guessed, that organ was the heart. This was because Egyptians considered it to be the seat of the soul. It's interesting that the idea of the heart being the home of the soul has pretty much survived to this day, even though mummification hasn't, which is probably a good thing. Anyway, that was 10 facts about ancient Egypt, one of, if not my favourite period of history. Thanks so much for watching, I hope you enjoyed this video and I hope you learned something. I'll be back soon with another video, but until then, take care and I'll see you in that another video, the next video I make. Or if you watch one that I've made already, then I'll see you there. Well, I technically won't see you because I just stare at the camera. Goodbye.